Welcome back to Copeland. Confession, I am not coping very well with the loss. Number 68, the big beefy side of beef. The guy, you know him, he had 3.5 sacks on one drive. You remember the drive? We are coping hard. Right now, denial. I'm in denial. He's gonna be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Okay, so fantasy football. Who's on your fantasy team? Line 1, Matt. Dude, fantasy football is weak. It's like totally weak, and everybody who has a fantasy team is just like, it's like you need to get a light. Okay, Matt, your opinion is useless, and you're probably going to win the cope-off because you're like the only decent caller later, Matt. Okay, I want to talk about my football fantasy draft. Wait a minute. My fantasy... Okay. No, I'm going back to before the draft of my 2018 fantasy team. The Slugs. Yes. The Slugs know how to cope on any plain surface. Rains their mutters. The Slugs don't care. The Slugs only have one natural enemy. And I ain't telling cope. You guys cope, deny, swear it out, grief, care. Slugs dominate. This is ground and pound attack from the Slugs. We like to slog it out in the mud. Okay, so before my draft, remember, for next year, you losers, you're not even in the playoffs. Don't even, this is for next year. Okay, so here's your game plan. Just a little counter signal. Just like, you know, that sweet little running back who also catches passes and gets you about 10, 12 touchdowns. Okay, I'm going to discredit him randomly and loudly with random sexual abuse and domestic violence innuendo. Flinkins, dude, he has outstanding warrants. Take them if you want them. Yeah, I was thinking about drafting Brunkley for my kicker. But you know what? I heard a Me Too accusation surfaced in he was a bad bystander at a party. I'm going to take a hard pass on Brunkley because you just never know. You never know. I mean, kickers, you know, obviously a kicker is not the best bystander. They, you know, they only have one job, and you only notice them when they don't do it very good. Wide right! Okay. Excuse me. So I'm going to pass on Brunkley. You know what? I was looking through the quarterbacks. The guy I really wanted, he clicked like on a post that could be problematic. So I'm gonna take him. I like Todd Rungleton-Meyer. He's a good quarterback. He's got good footwork. You watch his footwork, and he can unload. He can throw the out. He can throw a 40-yard out, and it looks like he's just flicking the ball. It gets out of there quick. But I heard he was roommates in college with a white supremacist. So draft day, it's always the best day. It's when you, I own these players. I tell you if you start or sit. Okay, so what? So here's another example of a way to discredit the star guy that you actually want. Is just scare. Just like, don't draft that guy, dude. He's problematic. Do you understand? Problematic, inappropriate, very inappropriate. Okay, so this guy named Steve Skurhanson. He's a wide receiver. He has game experience. but he told a joke one time involving lesbians and a golden retriever. It's very problematic. Hold on, I'll try and find the joke. Line 6. I like Michigan because bullshit, 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 bullshit.